So I was just listening to Alan Watts, one of my favorites, and he was talking about how we see the world is how we're trained to see it, what we program ourselves. Car, fast cars, bad, look both ways before crossing, lion will eat you, yada yada. If there was someone from a different planet here, he would probably see things differently. He would see things in us that we don't see in ourselves, like our faces. Alan Watts said, what color is a face, really? Well, it changes all the time. If you're blushing, if you're pale faced, so much blood to the head, and your eyes are a different color, the hair the way it is, like the way I lined it up. It's weird if you think about it, but it wouldn't be weird to us because we're used to seeing it, right? So, the idea here, my whole, I guess, shtick, if you will, is to learn how to see things from a different perspective, which is really, really hard to do because all you know is the perspective that you've been taught by yourself. The perspective that you understand the world to be is what you know. You programmed yourself this the whole time. And Alan Watts says we have something like a spotlight conscience and then a, flashlight conscience or some shit. You don't think about your heart beating, but it does. He went into a little bit more about the ego, but I'm going to go into a little bit more about the alien, of course. Seeing things from a different perspective doesn't mean acting lefty when you're righty, although it starts that way. But seeing things from a different perspective is taking yourself outside of what you are and seeing what a human being looks like from someone that doesn't know a human being. Depending upon where you're from, say you were an extraterrestrial, if you were blue, then we would have weird skin to you because if you're blue, then we're like pink. If you're asexual, you have all the organs. We would have two. We're like, why are there those guys? Those people have hair and they're bigger, and those ones, they have boobs. What the hell is this? You know what I mean? So, with this whole telekinesis thing, it's the same thing. You have to see things from a different perspective. And it's weird. Not weird, but it's interesting. Because you have to be in the mindset to be able to do it. Like, if you don't understand what's happening, you won't do it. Does that make sense? It's kind of like, I guess, quantum theory with entanglement and stuff, but not really. Because, I know they say that, the thing, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change, basically, right? So when you change your way of looking at something, the way that something changes, in the literal sense, it'll change. So, first thing we'll try working with heat from our hands, indeed, and with the bioforce or the chi that exists. You can see it in an aura. Some can master it, use it to do great things. Others can't, but we all have it. And this lady on TikTok actually got me in on this. Her name is Tiny Medicine. There's a point on your hand called the Lao Kong, where the pinky or the middle finger meets. Now, if you massage it deep, you can feel inside, it shoots up your hand almost, or your arm. That activates it. Then you click your thumbs together like this, till things get a little warm. Then same thing with your pinkies. And then you just put your hands on the glass. But you're not commanding anything to move. And you're also not asking it to move. It's kind of like a phantom limb. So if a soldier gets his arm blown off and he gets he still feels it, you know what I mean? But it's not there. It's kind of like that. Try to look at things the other way around, opposites. So if you're something, emptiness to you is nothing. So for instance, between me and this pole, there's nothing, there's air. But if I was a ghost that was the air, I would be the something in the pole and I would be nothing to it. So in that sense, nothing is really nothing. Everything is attached, entangled. You could jump from atom to atom until you get to that paper through the other side of the glass. Knowing that, you make that connection, and you essentially push it. And maybe your heat from your hands helps first. But if you get the idea of thinking about it a certain way and then it moves, boom. Like I can't do it if I'm not listening to beats, but binaural beats. I can't always do it, only once in a while. But now they do it every day. It's getting better and better. And it's going to come to the point where I sit on the couch 6 feet away and I just look at it and I tilt my head and it starts to move. I'm just not there yet because it just started again like a week ago. But you could already see that with the cross today, the last demonstration.